Hey, what's going on everybody? This is Noble, and today we're going to be doing an updated version of the Thunder Dragon deck profile. So, Thunder Dragons is one I haven't done in a hot minute. It's one of my favorite decks. I know, you're like, Noble, you say that about every single deck. And you know what? I promise you it's true. This really is in my top 100 favorite deck. No, I really do like Thunder Dragons a lot. I remember when I got it, I was really excited. I just felt like a bad day having this deck and being able to play it and wreck my friends with it. This deck's a whole lot of fun to play. It has a ton of synergy with the Chaos Engine, which just makes it even more fun. The effects just fire off left and right. Really cool boss monsters. Yes, of course, we miss Colossus. There's not a single person out there who doesn't miss Colossus and doesn't wish it came back at least to one. I know everybody does. But until that happens, this deck's still a lot of fun to play. It's still very powerful. If you haven't picked it up, you can easily do that. It's pretty budget for the most part. Before we get into this, just want to mention if you haven't done so already, now's the perfect time to subscribe. Hit the bell to become a part of the notification team. Give this video a thumbs up, and let's jump right on into this Thunder Dragon deck profile. Okay, to start us off, we're playing triple Thunder Dragon Dark. Dark is awesome on top of just, like, the Thunder Dragon cards look phenomenal to begin with, but Dark looks really, really good. The Prismatic Secret Rare just looks fantastic on these things. He has a quick effect where you can discard this card and add a Thunder Dragon Dark from your deck to your hand, and if this card is banished or sent from the field to graveyard, you can add one Thunder Dragon card from your deck to your hand. Except another copy of this card, you can only use one Thunder Dragon Dark effect per turn, and only once that turn. So being able to just straight up add another copy of him, but when he's banished, he's a lot of times what you use to search out your copy of Thunder Dragon Fusion as well if you don't already have it in your hand. Being able to add any Thunder Dragon card from your deck to your hand is really awesome. Next up, playing triple of Thunder Dragon Roar. What he does is if you can discard this card, add to your hand one of your Thunder Dragons that is banished or in your graveyard, except another copy of this card. And if this card is banished or sent from the field to graveyard, you can special summon a Thunder Dragon monster from your deck in defense position, but then you return it to the hand during the end phase. So it's not like it's lost. It doesn't like go back into the deck. It doesn't go to the graveyard. You get that resource to your hand, and you get a body on the field for a little bit as well, which is really awesome. I just really do love how they have such good effects of when they're discarded or when they're banished as well. It's just really awesome, and it gives you a lot of flexibility and kind of options of what you want to do because they all have such multiple great effects. Except this one. This one only has one good effect. Playing triple copies of the OG Thunder Dragon. It's simple. You can discard this card, add up to 2 Thunder Dragon from your deck to your hand. Really simple, really helpful. I'm running double Thunder Dragon Matrix. Now this is one that if you watch my earlier ones, I really like this card a lot, especially with Titan. I think it works great. So I played it at 3 for the longest time. I did finally bump it down to 2, and I hate to say it, but 2 works better. What this one does is you can discard this card, then target one Thunder monster you control, and it gains 500 attack, and that attack gain is permanent, which is really cool. Because right off rip, your Titan already has 3,200, so he's going to have 37, which is really awesome. If this card is banished or sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add one Thunder Dragon Matrix from your deck to your hand. And you can only use one Thunder Dragon Matrix effect per turn, and only once that turn. The fact that it's a quick effect, it's just awesome. And then, being able to combo it off with Titan's ability as well, it's just great. I really do like this card. That's why I rated it at 3. But again, 2 works better, in my opinion. If you run 3, that's totally fine. I get it. I did it for a long time, but 2 works pretty good. I've seen people run it at 1. I did try that. I did not like it. Speaking of 1, I'm running 1 Hawk. Hawk used to be like freaking amazing, and it still is a very good card. Don't get me wrong. I just don't use it as much. It's not just myself. I see a lot of people only using this at 1. I even see some builds at 0. Now that I'm not going that far. I do still like this card. I think it's very powerful. What it does is you can discard this card, especially when one of your Thunder Dragon monsters that is banished or in your graveyard, set another copy of this card, which is really awesome. It's a built-in monster more for the deck. And then if this card is banished or sent from the field to the graveyard, you can shuffle any number of cards from your hand into the deck, and then you draw the same number of cards, which is really cool if you don't have like an ideal hand or you need something a little bit better or a little bit more. You kind of get that chance to do that. But the fact that it is a built-in monster reborn for the deck as well is cool. And just look at this card, man. It looks so good. Oh my gosh. Running 1 Thunder Dragon Duo. What Thunder Dragon Duo does, it can't be normal summoner set. It must first be special summon from your hand by banishing 1 light and 1 dark monster from your graveyard. Once per turn, if a monster effect is activated in the hand, this card gains 300 attack until the end of this turn, which is awesome. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can banish one card from your graveyard, add one Thunder Dragon monster from your deck to your hand. Once per turn, during your opponent's end phase, you can target one of your banished cards, place it on the top or bottom of the deck. Running one Thunder Dragon Lord. Lord, I really wish they would get it some type of shiny. Like, I just don't like that. Like, give it something. Get a super rare something. It's the only one. It drives me crazy. It can't be normal summon or set. Must first use special from your hand by banishing one level 8 or lower Thunder monster from your hand or field face up. During the turn, a Thunder monster's effect was activated in the hand, which is really not going to be a big deal at all. Once per opponent's turn, quick effect, you can banish 2 cards from your graveyard, including a Thunder monster, then target one Thunder monster. You control. Your opponent cannot target with card effects this turn. Once per turn during your end phase, you can send one Thunder Dragon card from your deck to your graveyard. So this kind of thing really adds protection as well, and just being able to basically Foolish Burial a Thunder Dragon card, not just a monster, a card from your deck to the graveyard is really awesome. Running triple of Aloof Lupine. I've played with this all different types of ratios, and 3 is pretty much where I've settled it. Until I change it again. But no, 3 seems pretty good. When this card is normal summoned, you can banish one monster from your hand and will banish one monster from your deck with the same type as that monster, which is awesome. Straight up 2 effects off this normal summon, which is cool. If this card is destroyed by battle, or if this card's owner's possession is destroyed by opponent's card effect, you can target one of your banished monsters and add it to your hand. You'll use each effect of Aloof Lupine once per turn. This card really allows a lot of things for this deck. Being able to straight off fire 2 effects on the summon of this card, and then be able to grab a resource and add it to your hand when this card leaves the field, basically. This card is one of the MVPs of this deck. The little wolf helps out so much with these dragons. I'm running double of the Batteryman Solar. Again, I've played the ratios with this one. If this card is normal or special summon, you can send one Thunder monster from your deck to the graveyard. If a Thunder monster or monsters is normal or special summon while this monster is on the field, you can special summon a Batteryman token. It's a Thunder Light, level 1 attack and defense zip. You can target one Batteryman effect monster you control, or in your graveyard, this card's name becomes that monster's until the end phase. And then for the Chaos package, which I know you're curious about that, I'm running the Chaos Creator. Chaos Creator is awesome. You cannot be normal summon or set. Must first be special summon from your hand by banishing a Light and Dark monster from your graveyard. If you target this card, if you control this card that was special summoned from the hand, you can target 3 banished monsters with different names, special summon one of them, then place the rest on the bottom of the deck in any order. You'll use this effect once per turn. I'm playing one Chaos Dragon Levianeer as well. I'm running double Valkyria, and then also running one White Dragon and one Black Dragon as well. So that's it for the Chaos package. If you wanted to run, I low-key almost ran BLS. It's really cool having that main deck boss monster as well on top of everything else, and then banishing stuff in this deck really gives you an advantage. I didn't put it in this particular build, but I have done it, and it's a lot of fun. Because even it's not like it doesn't have crazy protection, it's a very strong card. It's still a very strong card to this day. Then for the hand traps, I'm running triple Ash, and then also running triple of my favorite, Drill and Lockbird. If you can literally play whatever you want to with this hand trap package, like you're gonna run Nibiru, Effect Veiler, whatever you want, Ghost Ogre. Drill and Lock is just my favorite because. As Steve loves to say, you can get that card. That's the last one you gonna get this turn. So it's pretty funny. And then Ash is it's Ash. It's freaking amazing. If I could play 6 copies of Drill Lock, I promise you I would. Moving on to the spells, playing double Thunder Dragon Fusion. Now this is one I did bump down from 3. I don't really use it quite as much, especially with the Loss of Colossus. Now don't get me wrong, you will use this card every game. And if you're not man. But yeah, this card is great. If you don't know what it does, I feel like you can guess by the name of it. But you fusion summon one Thunder Fusion monster from your extra deck by shuffling the fusion materials listed on it into the deck from among your cards on the field, in your graveyard, and or your face-up banished card. So a lot of different areas to grab resources to go into your fusion monster, which is really cool. That helps out so much. During your main phase, except the turn this card was sent in the graveyard, that's an important caveat. You can banish this card from your graveyard, add a Thunder monster from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn, that's just awesome. being able to, not only does this card allow you to go into your fusion monster, go into your Titan, but you can just straight up say, you know what, I think I'll take this Thunder monster as well. I really do like that secondary effect. Of course, playing triple Chaos Space, I mean, you knew this was coming. You send one light or dark monster from your hand to the graveyard. Add one light or dark monster that cannot be normal summon or set from your deck to your hand with a level from 4 to 8, and with a different attribute than that monster. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one of your banished light or dark monster that cannot be normal summon or set. Place that monster on the bottom of the deck, then draw a card. You can only use each effect of Chaos Space once per turn. I really wish I had the collector's rares, but I do not. Of course, playing triple Allure of Darkness. This card is just, it should be illegal in this deck, honestly. You draw 2 cards and banish a dark monster in your hand, and if you don't have any, send your entire hand to the graveyard. That, like, I don't think that's ever happened to me in this deck. Maybe once. But you draw 2 cards and then you get to activate a Thunder Dragon, a Thunder Monster's effect. Like, that's amazing. And it's not even once per turn. Like, there was one game I drew, I got all 3 of these, and like just drew 6 and activated 3 effects. Like, it was just great. It was awesome. But this card it's honestly just a must in this deck, in my opinion. It's not a must. You don't have to play it, but I mean, you need to play it. Of course, just for a few, one I was running 1 Gold Sarcophagus, 1 Monster Reborn, and then also 1 Instant Fusion. So that's it for the main deck. To get into the extra deck, we're playing double copies of Thunder Dragon Titan. Of course, I'm really sad that we're not playing Colossus right next to it, but Titan is still a very powerful monster. 3 Thunder Dragon monsters must be either fusion summoned or special summoned by banishing 1 Thunder monster from your hand and 1 Thunder monster you control except Thunder Dragon Titan, in which case you do not use polymerization. When a Thunder monster's effect is activated in the hand, even during the damage step, which is very interesting, you can destroy 1 card on the field. If this card will be destroyed by card effect, you can banish 2 cards from your graveyard instead. So let's talk about this for a second. Those of you who aren't really familiar with Thunder Dragon. So the really cool thing about this is with Thunder Dragon Matrix, it has a quick effect where you can just discard. I believe it's discard. Let me double check so I don't sound completely dumb, but I'm pretty positive it's discard. Yeah, you can discard this card and then target 1 Thunder monster. So the quick effect, you can discard that thing, and then this is going to bump up to 3,700. And then this effect's going to pop off to where you can destroy a card, which is awesome. And the really cool thing about that is it's not even a once per turn. And its protection is awesome, because if it would be destroyed by card effect, you can banish 2 cards from your graveyard instead. Well, what happens in this deck when you banish things, right? You gain advantage. You get effects that pop off, and you get more stuff in the field, you get more stuff in your hand. Just a lot of things happen. Stuff gets recycled. So this card just really allows this deck to function at maximum level, and the synergy is just amazing, even without Colossus, which I'm totally over that. It's water on the bridge if you haven't noticed. Yeah, definitely don't miss Colossus. Running 1 Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon and 1 Kaminari attack. And then lastly, just kind of some generic stuff. I'm not running the Link in this deck. I do not like that card. If you want to run it, that's fine. Me personally, I don't really like it. Running 1 Link Karibo, 1 IP Masquerena, 1 Nightmare Cerberus, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1, I'm sure you can't guess this next one, Nightmare Unicorn. Also running, I really need the collector's rare to match the this one, but I'm not paying $85 for it. Also running for some Link 4s, 1 Unchained Abomination, 1 Boral Sword, 1 Mekk-Knight Crusadia Avermax, 1 Apollosa, 1 Access Code, and then for the Link 5, 1 Underworld Goddess of the Closed World. Again, like I always say, basically when I do a generic Link package, this is very flexible. You don't have to play this. You can play whatever you want to play, but it also is, because you can swarm the board pretty quickly in this deck. It's nice being able to have this variety of Link 4 powerful monsters to go into if you need to. So that's actually it for the deck profile, guys. I really hope you enjoy this. If you haven't picked up Thunder Dragons and played this deck, like man, do it. What are you waiting for? It's a budget deck now, which is kind of funny to say. A lot of people actually hate Thunder Dragons, like because of back in the day, but man, it's a really fun deck. It really is, and the synergy it has with Chaos Engine is awesome. Honestly, you could run an even bigger Chaos package and just kind of turbo. Like it's a lot of fun. This is a lot of different ways you can play this deck, like with every deck, but the synergy it has with Chaos just makes it awesome. Like I can't wait for Colossus to come back to 1. Oh my gosh, I can't. You best believe when that happens. I hope it happens. There will be a profile that day. There, I will stop whatever I'm doing. I will call out of work. I will do a profile that day. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you're here and you haven't already done so, now's a great time to subscribe. Hit the bell so you become a part of the notification team so you don't miss me ranting about Colossus even more in the other videos that have nothing to do with Thunder Dragons. And also, hit the bell so you become part of the notification team. It says, not the bell, Lord Jesus, the thumbs up. It says, hey, Noble, I like your video. I like your content. I like the way you can't pronounce a single thing. It's pretty funny and really sad. Get help. But it allows me to sleep great at night. Allows me to get up to close to 3K because my stuff circulates because of thanks to you guys. So thanks so much for watching. As always, I'll see y'all in the next video.